Hey everybody, welcome to round one. Starting hand's not great. I don't want to see Emrakul in my starting hand. We also don't have much. We've got a turn 2 play and then a turn 5 play. So we're going to mull this, unfortunately. This is a bit better. We can go turn 2 Sakura Tribe, turn 3 hopefully, this goes to Battlefield, yeah? Turn 3 hopefully Solemn Simulacrum Earth Run. So we'll keep this one. And our opponent won the die roll, so they're going to go first. And let's see if there's any crazy shenanigans from them. Turn 1 Skull Clamp. All right. So no shenanigans turn 1, but, ooh, hello. Hello. Things are going to get crazy. We're going to go Forest on this turn and pass the turn. So we could pull out Woodfall Primus. We could pull out Terastodon. Figure of Destiny. Sure thing. Oh, and a missed land drop. Perfect. So let's drop the Elder. I will block, sack, get, I can get any land, right? I'll go get a mountain. Oh, is he just going to Skull Clamp that? Yeah, I guess he needs the lands, hopefully. But if he doesn't hit a land, we're going to really start running. So end of my turn, I'll sack him. I will go get a mountain. I will drop Verdant Catacombs, pay a life. Go. Oh, crap. Well, that's annoying. I hit OK accidentally, which did a fail to find. So that sucks. That sucks. I thought I had to hit OK on the trigger. Good old Magic Online, not letting you screw up at all. Well, we're still okay probably, just as long as I don't do the same thing on this fetch land. Sword of Fire and Ice, okay. It's less than enjoyable, so that's pro red and blue, and whenever it damages me, deals 2 damage to target creature or player. Well, that's not nearly as bad as some of the swords. It's not great. Let's play that just so we don't screw up accidentally. So, I guess I'll do Thrun. I don't necessarily want to sack Thrun to natural order. I'd rather sack one of these elves. But I also don't want to give him too many turns. But let's put down Thrun. So he's got Hexproof, yeah? Or Shroud? Hexproof. And he can be regenerated. And are we seeing a pass of the turn? We are. So maybe he's holding a counterspell. He didn't play a land, so maybe he's still just mana screwed. Let's put down this Wood Foothills, pay a life, not hit OK. There's no trigger to hit. There we go. And grab a mountain. I guess I'll just attack with Thrun. And then play Frailes. And then maybe I actually use Frailes to blow up the sword? No, I'm not really afraid of the sword just yet. So let's just make an elf. And then we can sack that elf next turn to go and get Craterhoof or Terastodon or something. Deceiver Exarch. Okay. Okay. Well, I don't see any red, so hopefully no Kiki Jiki or Splinter Twin shenanigans going on. Is he just going to run into Frailes? He could make this a 5, or no, a 4. Yeah, he's going to equip. And then I would expect him to attack me. Otherwise, this is combat damage to a player. Yeah, he's attacking me to get the card draw. And he'll kill off the elf, unfortunately. But we can just make another elf and then natural order it. Yeah, he's going to kill the elf. That's fine. So he drew an extra card, but did he hit a land? He did, okay. He hit a Watery Grave, which he is going to shock in or not shock in. Kind of afraid of him having Force of Will or something. He is going to shock it in. So is he going to play something, or is he going to pass the turn? He's going to play something, alright. He's going to play a Looter, sure. So I think that means we're going to go Elf. Natural Order, sack that Elf. And we're going to go and get Woodfall Primus. Would be a 6/6, and I'd get to blow up the sword. Terastodon, I'd be able to get some elephants, or otherwise give him some elephants. Crater Hoof would be 5, 6, 7. He'd be a 7/7. So that would be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That'd be almost lethal if I pull out Crater Hoof. Let's pull out Woodfall and blow up the sword. And then we'll swing in with Thrun. Taking him to 10. I also have to be careful. He could Supreme Verdict or something very scary like that and just wipe my board. At least Primus would come back. Another sword. Yay, that's fun. That's pro green one, isn't it? Pro green and blue. That's not good. Okay. Put it on the Looter, sure. So he gets what? He gets a wolf, and I Miltank. Well, I guess that's actually pretty terrible on a shadow creature. But at least I can just Freyalise and blow it up next turn. So that's actually fine. That is completely fine. So he gets to loot, and he gets to mill me for 10. I get to blow up the sword. He's going to potentially take lethal. He's going to have to throw that Deceiver Exarch in the way. I hit both of my Eldrazi, so my graveyard goes back into my library. So the sword didn't do much of anything. So that's fine. That's totally fine. I guess he has the wolf to block, right? Craterhoof Behemoth. Green, 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 1/2. Not quite. So we're going to blow up the sword. We're going to stomp on in for lethal. He's going to block at least one of them. He's going to block both of them. So he's going to take 2 and go to 8 and have an almost empty board. And then I guess I might make squirrels? Or do I make Huntmaster? Or do I just get another land? Choices. Let's get a couple extra creatures. So Huntmaster, gain 2 life, yay. And I also get a wolf. So he's going to have to play some blockers. A good number of them, too. Or he's going to have to just Wrath, which would also be pretty good. He also now knows that I'm running both Emrakul and Ulamog. Or not Ulamog, Kozilek. We recovered, thankfully, from that accidental fail to find on the fetch land. So next turn, I'm looking at maybe the squirrels. He'd drops a land. He's got a pretty full hand, 5 cards. He must have something. Of course, even a Supreme Verdict means the Primus comes back. What's her ultimate? Draw a card for each green creature I control. That's not bad. Alright, what are we going to see? 4 mana. Could be Verdict. No, Cloud Goat Ranger. Okay, so he's going to get a 3/3 and 3 1/1s. And then he can tap those 3 1/1s to make this guy a 5/3 flyer. Alright, so he made blockers, basically. And he's going to loot. So this is when it flips, it does 2 damage to opponent and to creature. So I could kill his looter and take him to 6 if I just don't cast anything this turn. That is an option. That is an option. Of course, making 9 power of squirrels and a hermit is also an option. So he's got 4 blockers, and I've got 4 creatures. He would take quite a bit if he didn't block that Primus with a whole lot of things. He's only got 1 mana up, so I wonder if maybe he's thinking about Skull Clamping. Just to get some card draw. Yeah, he is. So we're not going to see a Flying Giant. So that's good. It also means that 2 is going to come through guaranteed. So I'm going to swing in with everybody but the Huntmaster and just see what happens. So he's going to block there, there, and he's going to take 6? So I can just pass the turn and win. Yeah, let's just make a dwarf, or a dwarf. Let's just make a an elf and win. Because Huntmaster's going to flip, I'm going to deal 2 to him. And yeah, there we go, he concedes. So we did pretty well. It looks like we're playing a fairish matchup. I've got Artifact Destruction in Manic Vandal and Freyalise to get rid of those swords. I don't think we need to put anything else in. Dualcaster Mage, Molten Rain, Gargadon, Wheel. He's not playing with his graveyard, so we don't necessarily need Scavenging Ooze. So I think maybe we just go back in as is. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, so our opponent's going first. We have a pretty okay hand. We've got ways to get forests, to get Llanowar Elves and Arbor Elf, and etc. And start ramping. So that'll be what? Turn 1 Elf, turn 2 Elf, turn 3 Thrun. That's alright. So he's got Skull Clamp down again on turn 1. We're just going to drop this forest and this Llanowar Elf. And he has no plays? Cool. Fine by me. Let's go Mountain, Arbor Elf. Not going to cast anything else, so let's just attack with this Llanowar Elf. So next turn we have 5 mana. We can actually get Freyalise down. Start making more Llanowar Elves. Lingering Souls, sure. Sure. So yeah, let's get her down. Let's go Wooded Foothills, not hit okay. Hand is off the keyboard. Let's go and get another forest. Forest, mountain, green, on tap forest, Freyalise. And let's make an elf. An elf druid. Maybe that's why I was saying dwarf. So he might just Skull Clamp a spirit just to get card draw. Opposition. Tap an untapped creature you can control. Tap artifact creature. Okay, yeah. I've played against that before. So is he going to swing in? No, he's not. Good choice. Good choice. He's going to tap my mountain. No, I'm going to tap my mountain. Joke's on you. I don't really need the red. Yeah, I'll throw away that red mana. Haha! Alright, waiting for him to let me through my draw step. Oh no, he's going to tap down my Llanowar Elf. Sure, why not? I'm fine with that. Mountain. Let's make another elf. Let's cast... Well, maybe I want to cast the Huntmaster now, as opposed to Thrun. Yeah, let's cast the Huntmaster. And then we'll swing in for one with this Arbor Elf. So she's above ultimate. Next turn I could draw 3/6 cards. Don't know if I want to draw 6 cards though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have potentially 9 mana, which would make for one hell of a Crater Behemoth. But he's presumably going to tap down some of my mana in some form. Cloudgoat Ranger, sure thing. Sure thing. So he can tap down even more things with opposition. So that's kind of annoying. He can go 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He can leave me with 2 mana. It kind of hurts. So if that's the case, I may not cast anything and just flip the Huntmaster and blow up one of the, I don't know, one of the spirits. Because he is also down to 2 cards. So he's going to have to start thinking about Skull Clamping at some point too. He's coming at Freyalise. He just really doesn't want me to ultimate. Sure, had no plans of it. Had no plans of it. That's also 2 less mana that he can tap down of mine. So he's probably going to tap stuff down here. I can't use that mana on anything, right? No. So he's going to tap down a mountain. Probably another mountain. He can tap down 2 more things. And he's gonna. Still leaves me with 4 mana. So I can still cast Thrun if I really wanted to. But I don't necessarily want to. Elvish Mystic. Hurrah. So yeah, I'll just make another elf. I will pop down Verdant Catacombs. And then I will attack with everything, maybe. That would leave Freyalise pretty vulnerable, actually. 2, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, let's come in for 6. Take him to 12. Huntmaster will flip. I'll blow up one of those spirits. Take him to 10. Next turn I'll have 10 or 11 mana available. Uh, 11 mana available for tap downs. So he's going to put on a sword, probably equip that, and then he's going to kill off one of my elves, or maybe my wolf. But that's still fine. And he's coming at me, so he does get the card draw. He's tapped out again, though. So he's only going to tap down 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's say he dies. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Still leaves me with 5 mana. So I still feel okay. And all I really need to do is hit natural order. Bring out Woodfall Primus, blow up the opposition. So he gets a Watery Grave. Probably is not going to shock that in. Unless he's looking to Skull Clamp. End of our turn, we're going to go and get a land. And what do we draw? Well, we're not going to find out until he taps some stuff down, of course. Down goes the mountain, sure. Down goes the other mountain, sure. He also has to be careful about just leaving up blockers, too. That might be what he's thinking about here. Taps down my elves. And does he leave up the Cloud Goat? Does he leave up the Cloud Goat? So I could this turn cast 2 spells. He's gonna pop that down. So that's 4, 5, 6. So I could take him to 3, right here. Oh, I can't Bloodbraid because he tapped down my mountains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, maybe we cast 2 and flip the Ravager back over. Gain 2 life, get another wolf down. I don't necessarily want to draw 6 cards, just in case I hit Natural Order plus my Woodfall Primus plus my other thing. Yeah, I do wish I had that red mana for the Bloodbraid Elf. So I guess, well, maybe we blow up the sword, because I don't want him pinging things anymore. So yeah, let's blow up the sword. Oh, it is target enchantment too. I didn't even realize that, so I can just blow up the opposition at some point. I probably could have won this sooner. So we're going to go Mystic, and we're going to go Thrun, and we're going to swing in for 5, take him to 5. He flips, I'm going to go back up to 19 and get a wolf, so I'm going to have a bunch of blockers back. I really should have realized that Freyalise' -2 was Naturalize and not just Shatter. Which makes sense for being green and all. Because yeah, I could have ended this. I could have blown that up this turn, next turn Craterhoof Behemoth for an extraordinary amount. He can tap down all but 3 of my guys. Which actually still lets me cast Craterhoof. Because if he taps down that and that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, it doesn't. But it also leaves him looking at essentially a lethal attack. Or no, he can tap down 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that would be lethal with Thrun and Huntmaster. Yeah, no, I don't think he can tap down everything. Well, the Mirren Crusader helps out, that's for sure. Alright, so he could tap down everything but Thrun. And I would get to take him to 5 and then flip Huntmaster. So let's see what his plan is. Tap the mountains. And then what? Tap the druid. I have exactly enough for Craterhoof right now. Oh. So unless he has a counter spell. So if I Craterhoof, he can then tap down the Craterhoof. But I mean, it doesn't really matter because Thrun's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, it shouldn't matter either way. So what I'm going to do is blow up the opposition right now. Force him to make those decisions. So he's going to tap the wolf. Alright, so I think we've got it. So I Craterhoof. Oh, I still have to do the Arbor Elf. Right. So that's going to leave up the Huntmaster, Thrun, and Craterhoof. And they're all going to have trample, right? Yep, and they're all going to be big. So we're going to go tap, 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 on tap. And tap Craterhoof. So we've got some big guys. What is he? 12, 12. The number was looking kind of strange there. Let's make sure we attack carefully. And he says good games. Of course, he's also going to make me attack here, just in case I screw up like I did with that fetch land. But I didn't. So I swing in, take him to -36, and we win. We won our first game of Holiday Cube, our first match of Holiday Cube. So that went pretty well. The deck did exactly what it needed to do. It ramped out like crazy with Freyalise. We didn't see Gaia's Cradle. Gaia's Cradle would have been very nice, giving us 10 mana per tap on that game there. So yeah, I will see you guys for round 2, where hopefully we do just as well.